right, and everybody, just a reminder to mute so that way we don't have random noises. Perfect. Okay, so here's how to lose 5 to 10 pounds this holiday season instead of gain without giving up your favorite holiday treats. So just a little background on my story. I used to be super food focused through the holidays, and I would just eat a bunch. I would feel so gross afterwards, but I would just be hyper fixated on the food, and holidays was just about eating as much food as I could eat. And so this will hopefully help you change your guys' mindset and teach you how to lose 5 pounds instead of gain 5 pounds this holiday season. And you can learn from my personal mistakes. Okay, so this is why most people gain weight throughout the holidays. It's not because of one big meal. If you go overboard on Thanksgiving, you're not going to gain a bunch of weight. Okay, your body is just going to be a little bit inflamed. You might have a little bit of water retention, but that will eventually come off. The reason why a lot of people gain weight throughout the holidays is because they're out of their normal routine. It's a higher stress time. There are much more events with lots of food, and more people bring in food throughout the holidays, foods and treats, like if you're at work. And so there's a lot more temptations around you. And there's not a lot of structure. So a lot of structure goes out the window if you did have some. So it makes it a little bit harder to stick to your goals if you don't have that structure. And then a lot of people have an all or nothing mindset around the holidays. They're either going to follow it perfectly or they're just going to throw in the towel and start January. But don't you guys worry, this presentation fixes all of that. So we are going to help you through all of those things. So this is strategy number 1, is fixing your mindset. If you have a healthy mindset around the holidays, you are going to do so much better. And so fixing your mindset will be the first thing that's going to help you be successful through the holidays. And just remember that it is the holidays, not the holiday months. And I made that up myself. So if any of you guys want to use it, feel free to use it. Just tag me. But the holidays there's literally 4 days that a lot of people consider the holidays during this time. So it'd be Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, and maybe Christmas Eve. And that's literally 4 days where people kind of treat like the entire season as a whole, rather than being like, oh, it's literally only 4 days. It's not the entire 6 to 8 weeks. And so switching your mindset around it being only 4 days rather than multiple months can really, really help you. Thinking all or nothing and falling into this all or nothing mindset trap sounds like this. So I already had 1 cookie today. F it, the whole day is ruined. I'm just going to eat the entire dozen cookies that I baked. And then another way people think about an all or nothing mindset is, oh my gosh, I missed 2 of my workouts this week. I'm just going to not work out at all this week. I'll just work out next week. And then another all or nothing mindset trap that you can fall into is like, oh my gosh, I have 3 holiday events this week. I have so much going on. I'll just try again next week. I'm just not even going to try this week at all because I'm so busy. So all of those all or nothing mindsets can really, really affect your progress and affect how you feel. So this is why it makes 0 sense. So imagine you drop your phone on the ground. It gets a tiny little crack on the screen. Would you say, oh my gosh, it's already cracked. I'm just going to grab a hammer and then break the rest of the thing? Most normal people aren't going to do that. And so we need to stop doing that with our health and fitness. If you pop 1 tire on your car, you're not going to pop the other 3 tires. You're just going to fix the 1 tire and then continue driving and moving on with your day. So we really, really need to stop thinking about that with our health and fitness. So here's 1 action item that you can go off of. So a good little mantra is to say, my next choice is my best choice. 1 good decision can instantly put you right back on track. And having this mindset can really, really help you. So instead of thinking, I'm going to start next week, or I'm going to start after the weekend, or I'm going to start on Monday, or I'm even going to start tomorrow, literally just start in the moment. Like if you overdo it at Thanksgiving dinner, say, my next choice is going to be my best choice. So whether that is getting up and going for a walk and helping your digestive system rather than sitting on the couch, that is a much better choice. And that's going to put you a little bit closer on track. So my next choice is my best choice is a good mantra to carry into the holidays. So you don't have this thinking that's just going to spiral and make things way more worse than what they need to be. So here is the holiday success formula. Small habits plus consistency is greater than perfection. So your goal during the holidays is not to be perfect. Your goal is to do what you can with what you have. It's not meant to be perfect either. You're just supposed to be doing a little bit better each day, or try to pick on a couple things that you can do each day to help you get to your goal. Strategy number 2, your holiday plate formula. So at big parties and at big dinners, try to build your plate like this. Half of your plate vegetables, so that way you have something that's filling in your stomach, lots of vitamins, lots of minerals or nutrients, and then it's also full of fiber, so it's going to fill up your stomach, so you're not going to be as munchy, or you're not going to be craving as much. So half of your plate vegetables, a quarter of your plate protein. Try to get a good 4 to 6 ounces, maybe 4 to 8 ounces of protein on your plate, so that way you feel really full, you have lots of protein, and it's not going, protein can help your blood sugar not spike as much. Another quarter of your plate should be carbs, and you can have it be like mashed potatoes, you could have it be sweet potatoes, you could have it be a roll, any sort of carb that you want, or any sort of fun sides right there. And then I'm not a mathematician, so don't come after me for this one, but I do think that you should have a separate plate for treats. And that can just be considered like a fourth of a normal size plate. And so that way you can just enjoy a treat and not have to worry about it fitting into your plate. But if there are multiple treats that you're wanting to try, instead of having multiple full serving sizes of each treats, just have like a couple bites of each. And so that way you can try a bunch of treats, you can feel like you're really included, you don't feel deprived, and you're not going to feel like you overdid it. So try to have like a fourth plate worth of treats, and this can help remove guilt and help keep things balanced. Strategy number 3, try to get in some form of movement. So here are examples of movement that you can get in. If you can, still get in your workouts. That is going to do your body so much better if you can still work out in the day, even if you know you're going to overeat a little bit. If you are traveling, try to find a local gym. A lot of local gyms have a free week trial or a 3-day trial. And I'm sure there's 1 or 2 other family members that would really appreciate going to the gym. So grab one of those family members and go to the gym together, and it could be a really fun bonding experience too. If you can't make it to a gym, if there's no gyms there, then I would focus on hitting a step goal. It's really simple, really easy. You can go out for walks. You can just move more throughout the day. You can get up, walk around the house, clean, whatever. But hitting a step goal is going to really help you with your goals. And then getting in a quick body weight circuit. So even if it's like a 5-minute circuit, 10-minute circuit, 20-minute circuit, that is going to be super awesome rather than just doing nothing. And if I'm not your coach, then you can always look on YouTube. If I am your coach, then you can have me program a body weight circuit for you. But YouTube has tons of options. So you can literally search 5-minute body weight circuit and tons of things are going to pop up, or whatever time you have available, 15-minute body weight circuit, all that's going to pop up. Something else you can do is pack bands. And so bands take up hardly any room in your bags or your suitcases. And so a band workout is going to add a little bit of resistance, and it's going to make it so that you have a little bit more creativity with your workouts. Same thing, if I'm your coach, I can develop a band workout for you, or you can just search on YouTube and find a quick band workout for whatever time you have available. Strategy number 4, practice stress management. So stress, a lot of people will have a lot of cravings and they'll be picking at foods because they're covering their emotions because they're so stressed. So holiday stress equals higher cravings, less energy, and less willpower. So if you're stressed over things and you're just kind of grazing the table, stuffing whatever is in your mouth to try to cover all the emotions that you're feeling, that's just going to not make you feel good. And that's going to add up on calories really quick. And managing stress doesn't need to be a whole routine. It doesn't need to be an entire yoga class or an entire huge meditation. Just a few tiny resets can really help you and change your mindset going into the day. So here are some action items for that. First thing is box breathing. And I actually do this before my MMA fights, whenever I'm feeling those pre-fight nerves or pre-fight jitters. And it's inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 4 seconds, exhaling for 4 seconds, and then holding for 4 seconds. And you just repeat that 4 times. It takes less than a minute, and it can help re-regulate your nervous system, and it really helps you calm down. So if you're really stressed, just walk away, go into the bathroom for a minute, do your box breathing, and then come back, and you will feel so much better. Another thing that you can do is just go out and take a 5-minute walk. You can go out by yourself, or you can go with somebody so you can talk while you're walking, but this is going to reset stress hormones, and it helps clear your head. And then a fun little idea is a 1-minute tidy. So you can try to get more people involved. Be like, okay, everyone, for the next minute, we are going to tidy things up. I'm going to set a timer, try to clean as much as you can within the next minute. Ready, go. So set a timer, and then decluttering your environment, getting the crumbs off the floor or whatever is going to help put you in a better mood and make you a lot less stressed. Something else that you can do are phone-free meals. So this will help you slow down, and it will help reduce emotional eating or just eating while you are distracted, which can make you like overeat, which is something that you don't want to do. So unless you're following me on Instagram and you're looking at my posts, there should be no other reason why you're on your phone at your family meals or dinners. So try to put your phone away, put it on Do Not Disturb, or turn it off even, and then just enjoy the time with your family. A sunlight break. So even if you're not going out for a walk, you can just walk outside and grab some fresh air, try to get in the sun, and that will help improve your mood and your energy. You can even grab someone and take them out with you so you guys can have a little chat and kind of decompress that way. Another thing you can do is do a water check-in. So stress often feels worse when you're underfueled or dehydrated. And so if you feel like really stressed, think back in and be like, okay, when's the last time I had some water? It's really, really, really hard to hit your water goal when you're super distracted, you're super stressed, you're running around, you have so many family members grabbing for your attention. So make sure you're staying hydrated and do a little water check-in. Okay, strategy number 5, enjoy treats intentionally. You don't need to cut them out completely. You just need to plan them. I would literally never ask somebody to do something that I wouldn't do myself. And you better believe I'm going to be eating tons of treats all throughout this holiday season, but I always plan them. And this will help you choose treats that you truly want and not just eat the food that's in front of you because it's in front of you. So grab a treat, put it on your plate, on the quarter of your plate, right? Sit down, eat it, and enjoy it. Really savor it. Try to think about what the texture is, what it tastes like, what's going on in your mouth. And so that way you can be really present while you're eating it rather than just being like talking and shoveling stuff in your mouth and you're not even really thinking about what you're eating. If you really focus on the food while you're eating it, then that's going to make you feel much more satisfied. Something else, this is a hot tip, and this isn't just for treats, just don't eat foods that suck. If you're putting it in your mouth and you're like, this really isn't that good, just throw it away. There's so many more options typically at Thanksgiving or at potlucks or at parties that have amazing options of food. So just don't eat mediocre foods, okay? You should only eat foods that you're like, this is one of the best things I've ever put in my mouth. So try to eat foods that don't suck. All right, strategy number 6, track your food. And nobody hang up, don't get off the call. Just hear me out. I know this is a little bit triggering for some people, but let me tell you my personal philosophy on tracking. So tracking is a tool and it's meant to get you to your goal as quickly as possible. It is not something that you should have to do the rest of your life or even long term. So tracking your food is a way that you can get to your goal super quickly, and then that way you can wean off of tracking and not have to track anymore. So tracking actually equals more freedom and less guilt. And here's why tracking can help. So it shows you what is actually happening with your food and not what you think is happening. So there have been multiple times when I'm in a fight camp and I was eating food and I forgot to track it, or I didn't really track it. And then I felt so guilty. I'm like, I'm probably overeating. And then I went and I logged my food and I was like, oh, I'm actually like 300 calories under. I'm going to go eat a cookie. And so I was able to eat more food and have more treats without feeling that guilt because I knew what was actually happening and I wasn't just guessing. And then also you can fit in treats without guessing or stressing. So another fun tip that I like to do is when I'm cutting weight, I will go and get a crumble cookie and I will log the calories of my crumble cookie first thing in the morning. And so that way I know that if I hit my calorie goal and my protein goal, I will still be able to eat that cookie by the end of the day. So if you pre-log your treats, then you can eat those guilt-free and not have to worry whether or not you're on track with your goals. So it removes guilt because you know your choices align with your goals and it helps keep your progress predictable. You don't have to guess why this isn't working. A lot of times people are really good at underestimating how much food they're eating and overestimating how much they're working out. Unfortunately, that happens with majority of people. And so we want to close that gap a little bit more, and tracking can help us close that gap. I think it's very, very eye-opening for majority of people, including myself, when you take a break from tracking for a while and then you go back to tracking again and you're like, oh, this is actually a serving of this food. I was eating like 3 servings in one sitting. No wonder why my weight was going up. So tracking can help you really realize how much food you are eating and then make sure that you're eating a proper amount of food for your body and your goals. And then it helps you stay consistent even with holiday meals because when you know the numbers, you're in control, you can eat the cookie, enjoy the party, and still move towards your goals. However, I don't recommend tracking on Thanksgiving. I am going to get pissed at any of my clients who track on Thanksgiving, on Christmas. There are days of the year that you just really don't need to. Just enjoy yourself, give yourself a little bit of a break. But for all of the holiday parties and events that come up around the actual holidays, I'd still recommend tracking for those. So that way you're not constantly going overboard more than you need to. All right, and here are some tracking hot tips. MyFitnessPal, I'm sure all of you guys are familiar with it. If not, it's a calorie tracking app. And you can log in MyFitnessPal each individual food that you eat, or I'll teach you how to do it an easier way. So with MyFitnessPal, let's say you have some funeral potatoes. If you don't know what that is or what they are, then you're probably not in Utah. But funeral potatoes, let's say you're gonna log some in MyFitnessPal. So you search like a half cup of funeral potatoes, and there's a bunch of funeral potato options that pop up. One is 500 calories, one is 150 calories, and then I just want you to find something that is right in the middle of those. Okay, so you don't pick the highest calorie amount, don't pick the lowest calorie amount, try to find something in the middle and log that one, and that will be good enough. Unless you're gonna take a food scale to a party like a psychopath, then I think this is more than better, like a more than, I don't even know what that word is, I should. More than optimal way to log your food. There we go. Words are hard. Okay, so another hot tracking tip is to use ChatGPT. So you can literally take a photo of your plate and upload it into ChatGPT and say, hey, Chat, how many calories are on this plate? And then it is going to give you an estimated amount of calories that are on that plate. And then you could just quick add that calorie amount into MyFitnessPal. And so that way you don't have to log each individual food. You can just take a photo of the plate and then log it in there. And it is so quick, so easy, and it takes so much little of your time. And it's not perfect by any means. I wouldn't recommend doing this with every single thing, but it is good for those times when you're out and about, or you're at parties, or you're at a restaurant or something like that. Pre-logging can also be a really helpful tool, and this is one of my best tips that I use with my clients. So if you are going out to dinner for a holiday event, what I want you to do is look up the menu beforehand and then pick out what you're going to eat before you even get to the restaurant and log it into your calories for the day. So that way, you know what you're going to eat when you get to the restaurant. You're not going to panic, decide something, and end up overeating. And as long as you stick to the plan, you'll be able to eat the food that you ordered at the restaurant, and you'll be able to eat it guilt-free and stay on track with your goals. So pre-logging can be a really, really helpful tool when you are eating out, or if you are going to a holiday event and you know what food is going to be there. Okay, so I want you guys to remember these mindset shifts. So focused, from food focus to family focus. So before you go into a holiday event, try to switch your mindset around being family focused. Try to focus on deepening your connections with your friends and your family that's around you. Maybe pick out a couple people that you know are going to be there and be like, okay, I'm going to try to get to know this person a little bit better because I don't really know them that well. And so that way you're more focused on the family and the people around you or the friends around you rather than just hyper fixating on the food. And then another mindset shift I want you to focus on is all or nothing to better than nothing. So even if you can only get in a 5-minute body weight circuit, that is so much better than doing nothing and just sitting on the couch all day. So just try to think of, instead of all or nothing, think of better than nothing. Then the fun mindset shift is instead of holiday months, try to go to holidays. So really think of the holidays as the actual days. And those days are the days that maybe you can go off track a little bit. It's totally fine. But the rest of the days, try your best to stay on track so that way it doesn't snowball into more than it needs to. Here are some examples of some people who we've coached through the holidays. This is Kim. She's actually on the call right now. I'm pretty sure she's still on the call. Kim has lost 15 pounds. She's now in a maintenance phase. She's been able to maintain her body weight for the past, I think, like year now. And she's just focusing on muscle building, as you can tell with her defined biceps and delts there. And then Melissa, she is Kim's partner, and she has lost over 45 pounds. So they are both crushing it together. Kim, I'm putting her on the spot here. Do you have anything that you'd like to say about the holidays and how it's been like with your experience?
Yeah, like you said, like just don't eat crap food if it's not good. Because Melissa and I will always look at each other and we'll be like, not worth it.
Yeah.
You know, just raise your standard. That helps a lot. That'll get rid of a lot of options.
True. Yeah, a lot of people will just like graze on food in front of them just because it's in front of them, and it's not even that good of food. So it's like only eat food that tastes amazing. Sweet. Okay. Another girl that we have coached through the holidays is Nessa, and Nessa is down over 65 pounds, and she's like, I cannot believe I'm still eating the foods that I'm eating, and still losing weight and seeing progress. She's like, this is so crazy to me that I'm still able to like eat normal foods and eat in a normal way and still lose weight. So it's been so awesome coaching her and watching her mindset and helping her kind of change her relationship with food and make it more balanced rather than her feeling like she has to cut out all the foods that she enjoys. Okay, so you guys got on a free masterclass. So I'm assuming you probably knew I was going to sell you something. So I'm not even going to try to hide it, but I want to coach you. So if you want a coach to help you with a holiday plan, we are more than happy to help you. We do have Black Friday promotions going on now. So it is a good time to sign up, but let me tell you what our plan even does. So we'll help you map out your exact calories and protein, and then we'll create a plan for you that helps you eat those foods that you like eating while still staying within your goals. We'll also create you a custom holiday-proof routine tailored to your busy schedule. So if you are traveling, we will create a workout plan around your traveling schedule. We will make adjustments where we need to, so that way you have a plan and all that stress is taken off of your plate because we are going to do all that thought work for you. We'll help you keep your treats without guilt. We'll help you lose 5 to 10 pounds before the new year. And we will help you stop having this all or nothing mindset of starting over on Monday or in January. So that way you can go into the new year being 5 to 10 pounds lighter rather than 5 to 10 pounds heavier. And you feel so much better heading into the new year, already having established a good base. And also a lot of people who start during the holidays or during the busy season are way more likely to stick to it than people who start at the new year because they've already been doing it while life is crazy. So when life slows down a little bit, which when does life ever slow down? They are much more likely to stick to it because they've already developed those habits when it was crazy. So once life does slow down, they're able to succeed even more. We do have a couple Black Friday spots still open. We have filled 6 of them. We do have 4 available. So if anybody wants to schedule a call for our Black Friday special, you will get 40% off our coaching. You'll also get a free month of coaching. So that way, if you do want to start in January, you're going to get coached through December free anyway. So it's really no risk. And then you'll also get a supplement if you do sign up. So you'll get a free month of coaching. We'll coach you through December free. You'll get 40% off our 3-month plan. And you will get some supplements too if you sign up. So if you guys want to sign up, we will reach out to all of you guys after this video. And then yeah, we will go forward, or also you can DM me too. It might take us like a day or two to reach out to all of you guys. But yeah, I think that is basically everything. Okay, does anybody have any questions that they would like to ask? If you do, raise your hand. Or even if you have any fun comments or tips that you have used too. I'm more than open to hearing those. Wow, speechless. I did so well that none of you guys have any questions. Love it.
I have a question.
Oh, there we go. Someone, let's see it. Bronwyn, okay.
Oh, someone else said something first.
Oh, okay. Gabby, was it you?
Yeah, there's 3 Gabbies. Is it me?
Sure, it's you. We'll have it be you.
Okay. So I have a question. What if you don't cook at all and your husband's the one that cooks everything? How do you handle that?
How do you handle that? Great question. So what I would recommend doing is kind of see how he cooks, and I would just log it the best you can. It's much better to just kind of like track it or log it rather than just being like, well, I didn't cook it, I don't know what's in it, I'm just going to not try it all. Even logging your food is going to make you more mindful and help hold you more accountable and help you not overeat more than you need to. So if like, what does he like to cook?
He's from Spain. He cooks anything. My family's Mexican. He's picked up Mexican recipes, but for example, chicken, he used to make breaded chicken. I asked him to make it in the oven, which is a little healthier. So I've just been asking him less quantities.
Gotcha. Okay, so what
he kind of feeds me like he's feeding himself, and I'm like, no, that needs to change.
Yeah, and it's totally fine that you still eat foods that like your kids like eating or your whole family's eating. You shouldn't ever have to just cook a separate meal just for you. So if he's making breaded chicken, what I'd recommend doing is searching breaded chicken on MyFitnessPal, and there's going to be a ton of options of breaded chicken that pop up. And I would just weigh that breaded chicken. So try to find like 4 ounces of breaded chicken and search that, and then find it in MyFitnessPal. And there's going to be really high calorie amounts. There's going to be low calorie amounts, and just pick one right in the middle. And that is totally fine. Like that is more than accurate than you need to be. So I think that will be good.
Perfect. Thank you.
Okay.
Yes.
Awesome. Alrighty, we got, I don't know if Bronwyn put her hand down or left.
No, I didn't. I think it just like kind of went away by itself. No, I just wanted to say I super appreciate that you're doing this. I think it's really cool because I haven't really seen anybody else do anything like this. So thank you.
Awesome. Well, you're welcome. And thank you guys for being here. I was so nervous that I was going to put this out here and nobody was going to show up. I was like, oh no, I'm going to be on a master class and like 2 of my clients are going to be on there. I knew Kim and I knew Kyle.
We're fangirls. We're fans.
I'm so glad you guys are here. So thank you for being here. It really does mean a lot to me. And if you guys ever have like ideas of master classes that you want me to do, I will be doing probably 1 a quarter. And so if you ever have something that like you really want to learn something about, I'm more than happy to take suggestions for those too. Okay, I think Spidey Girl.
My question is just, what is the duration of your coaching plans? Do they come in 1 month or 3 months, or is it longer?
Yeah, so we start everybody on a 3-month program. So we found that 3 months is long enough to see some progress towards your goals, but it is also short enough to be able to wrap your head around dedicating yourself and going all in for those 3 months. Plus, we don't want to sign you up for a year and hold you hostage if like you don't love it, right? But we do have people that stick around anywhere from like 12 to 18 months on average. That's our average client lifespan. We got a lifer here, Kim, and then I just read your name. And then Kyle has been around for how long? Like over a year?
Yeah, we just hit 2.
2 years. Okay. So yeah, we have people who stick around for a long time. We have people who come in for 90 days and then they learn a lot and then they leave. It depends on your goal and how quickly we can get you to your goal. So on average, our clients will lose between 10 to 30 pounds within the first 90 days. And so it kind of just depends how quickly we can get you to your goal through a reverse diet and into a maintenance phase. So that way you can maintain all of the hard work that you actually worked for. So that was a pretty long explanation for that. Did that answer your question though?
Yes, thank you. I was driving that whole time, so
Okay.
that was, yeah.
Awesome. Well, glad you made it safe wherever you're at.
Thank you.
All right. Anybody else have any questions? No. Okay.
I just had one question.
Okay. Let's hear it, Elmer.
So what do you have any ideas on what the next masterclass is going to be, or anything like training wise or exercise wise?
Yeah. So I thought of this masterclass last week. So if that tells you anything, I have no plans for the future right now. I just wanted to see how this one would go first, and then we'll see if I keep doing them in the future. But I'll probably keep doing them. I think the more consistent I am with them, the more people are going to want them. So
Okay.
I'm honestly like open for suggestions. So if you do have any suggestions, if you want to learn something, just shoot me a DM.
Yeah, definitely. Like any fitness or exercise would definitely help.
Exercise. Okay.
It's nice seeing you again, Kaytlin. I got to get going right now, but
All right. Good seeing you.
yeah, thank you. This has been very helpful.
Of course. Have a good one.